Welcome, thank you so much for watching. I am Zahir and this is my lovely wife,
Laura.
We are at the Hot Studio at Akram Yoga. Today we're going to take you through a 30-minute sequence to help you de-stress in what is a very difficult time for a lot of us. If you are new, please subscribe below and enjoy the class. We're going to start in sun salutation, so if Laura could come to standing. Now the majority of this sequence will be seated, but we're going to start as we always do in sun salutation. If you could bring your hands together, feet together, just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. For me, this is the most important part of the class. If you can balance yourself, if you can balance your weight, you are more likely to go through the class with both sides of your body doing equal work. If you can relax your shoulders, if you can relax your body, then you can go through your sequence with more of a relaxed feeling rather than constantly fighting the tension in your body. Very importantly here, to help you de-stress, is the fact that you should be belly breathing or breathing using your diaphragm. So when you breathe in through the nose, imagine you're filling your belly with air, and when you breathe out, imagine you are emptying your belly. You want to breathe in through the nose on a count to 4. Hold your breath for a count to 2 and breathe out on a count of 6. This entire sequence that we're going to take you through only works if you are breathing using your belly or diaphragm, and that you are slowing your breathing down. If you are chest breathing, if you are shallow breathing, if you are panic breathing, your muscles won't relax, therefore the body won't relax. So let's start our sun salutation. Breathe in through the nose and reach up towards the ceiling, reaching up as high as you can, and breathe out, reach all the way down to the floor, bending the knees as much as you need to allow your head to relax. Even if you can fully straighten your legs, because this is your first movement, just keep your knees bent, relaxing neck, shoulders. Step back with the right foot. You can drop the back knee or you can hover the knee, look forward, and you can lift your torso upright and reach up towards the ceiling, ensuring you don't feel any discomfort into your lower back. As you breathe out, bring your hands down to the floor and step back into a press-up plank position. Push the floor away from you, completely straightening your arms so you feel the tension in the back of your arms, the tricep muscles. Lower your knees down, hold it there. Lower the chest down, hold it there. Drag forward so you are flat to the ground. Your elbows are reaching away from you, your head is reaching forward, and then gently lift up into a cobra, which keeps your elbows bent, or you can straighten your arms in upward facing dog. As you breathe out, go into downward facing dog. Your legs do not need to straighten in this pose, especially as this is the first downward dog you are doing. Don't consider this stretching, just think I'm waking my body up. I'm waking up my brain, I'm waking up my nervous system. Lift the left foot off the ground, reaching as far back as you can, and step forward. Try to land softly. The knee travels forward, and once again lift your chest up. As you breathe out, reach all the way down, and in one movement step forward, returning back to a passive forward fold. You don't need to force your head towards the shins, you don't need to tense any muscles. Just try to relax your lower back each time you breathe out. Breathe in through the nose, reach up towards the ceiling. Once again, stretching up as high as you can so that breastbone reaches up towards the ceiling, and breathe out, reach all the way back down to the floor. This time, step back with the left foot. Remember, you are fighting gravity in this position, so don't sink. Imagine the breastbone is being pulled up towards the ceiling, and as you breathe out, bring your hands down to the floor and the chin tucks in. Step back into the press up plank position. So let's feel this into the back of the arms. So press the fingertips into the ground, the arms are perfectly straight, and then lower the knees down, lower the chest down. Drag forward so you are flat to the floor, and then dependent on how your lower back feels, lift up into a upward facing dog or just a higher cobra than usual. So you can keep your arms straight or you can bend the elbows, whatever feels better for your back. In your own time, tuck in your chin and then downward facing dog. In anyone with tighter hamstrings than you'd like them to be, the legs do not have to straighten. You can always step back to create a longer downward dog, which puts less tension on the back of the legs. Lift the right foot off the ground and step forward, again trying to land softly. As before, the knee travels forward and reach up. Now if you sink in this position, you will feel the pressure in your lower back. So resist gravity by reaching high with the torso, and then breathe out, reach the hands all the way down to the floor. In one movement, step forward, returning back to your passive forward fold, and we're just going to be here for 30 seconds. Remember to relax the lower back muscles each time you breathe out. After you've completed your next exhale, breathe in and reach up towards the ceiling. Stretching the body, looking for that stretch under the armpits, and breathe out, reach all the way back down to the floor. Once again, looking for that stretch into the calf muscles behind the shins, the back of your legs, the back side, your lower back, and all the way up to your skull. As you breathe in through the nose, do a halfway lift by coming up high onto your fingertips. Reach forward with your head, hold your breath, and then slowly breathe out and return back to your forward fold. After completing your exhale, bend your knees and then step back or jump back, whatever accommodates how your body is feeling today. You can drop the knees as before or take chaturanga, where you hover the body, and then in your own time, upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Allow your head to just relax. Press all 5 fingertips into the ground, so really focus on that symmetrical feeling where the left hand and right hand are doing equal work. Step forward or jump forward, whatever feels better for your body. And after you've completed your exhale, breathe in and reach up towards the ceiling. stretching high, and breathe out all the way down to the floor. Breathe in, halfway lift, arms straight, back straight, hold your breath. Stomach first as you breathe out and fold. Step back or jump back. And lower yourself down to the ground, and then upward facing dog, really rolling the shoulders back, remembering that you are fighting gravity, and then downward facing dog. Step forward or jump forward. Breathe in through the nose, reach up towards the ceiling, stretching up as high as you can. So squeeze the backside muscles and breathe out all the way back down to the floor. Again, being very passive, just allowing your head to drop. Each time you breathe out, it's as if your head is dropping towards your feet, so the spine just gets longer and longer. And in your own time from here, just come down to seated. So sitting down with your legs crossed. Bring your left hand down to the outside of your left hip and just raise your right arm up. And then just stretch over towards your left, gently just stretching the muscles above your right hip, under your right armpit, and in one movement just switch to the other side. And then just ease off, coming back to center. Extend your left leg away from you, keeping your right heel in towards the groin. First two fingers of the left hand hold on to the big toe of your left foot. And let's come into our side stretch, so raising the right arm up. And let's come into that side bend. Your head doesn't need to drop towards the knee or the foot. It's more like your head is reaching for the wall, so the spine gets longer and longer. Now Laura can go much further in this position, but if you do so, you end up stretching another part of the body primarily. So to keep the stretch on the area above the hip, around your ribs, just go to about 70% of your max. And if you notice, on inhale, Laura eases off, and on exhale, you feel the stretch. Inhale, ease off. Exhale, you stretch. And from here, just turn the torso to face that left leg. The right hand then holds onto the left foot, and you just come into your single leg hamstring stretch. Same principle applies. When you breathe in through the nose, it's as if you've eased off the stretch, and when you breathe out, the lower back relaxes and you feel yourself going into the stretch. For those of you who have tight hamstrings like I do, bending the left knee is better than letting go of your foot. So bend the left knee and keep hold of the foot rather than straightening the leg and then desperately trying to reach for the foot. Remember, this whole sequence is only as effective as your breathing. So you're still breathing through the nose on a count to 4, holding for 2 and breathing out for 6. And let's just ease off and then switch to the other side. So this time the left heel comes in towards the groin and the right leg extends away. So remember, inhale, you should feel yourself easing off, pause, and breathe out, you should feel the stretch. Remember to breathe slowly. And let's turn the torso and come into our single leg hamstring stretch. So take a moment to fidget if you need to. Don't feel like you need to go gung-ho into the pose. Inhale, feel like you're easing off. Remember to hold your breath for a moment. And as you breathe out and you consciously relax your lower back, you go further in the pose. Just ease off, coming back to seated. So extend your left leg out in front of you so you're in a upright seated position, your stick pose. Just hold it there, still taking deep breaths. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and from here hold on to the feet with both hands. Again, if anyone has tight hamstrings, bending your knees and holding your feet is a better option than completely straightening your legs and struggling to reach your feet. This position with the knees bent and holding your feet offers your lower back the support it needs in the pose. We're going to be here for another 30 seconds, so that's just 3 rounds of breathing. And just ease off. Ease off and just lie down on your back as if you're in your corpse pose, but you're not. Just letting those forward folds and those side stretches just kind of settle into your body whilst it's in neutral. Bring your left knee in towards your left shoulder. And just pull your left knee in closer. So when you breathe out and you feel like you've emptied your stomach, you feel you can bring your knee closer. From here, let go with the left hand. Keep your right hand to the outside of your left knee and just drag it across the body, reaching out with your left hand and gazing over towards your left hand. Your eyes are closed and you're just going to be here for 30 seconds. Again, try to relax as much as you can each time you breathe out. And slowly come back to center. Let's switch legs, so bring your right knee in towards your right shoulder, and when you breathe out and your stomach empties, just feel yourself pulling that knee in closer towards your right shoulder. And let's go into our twist. So left hand to the outside of the right knee, drag the knee across the body, gaze over to the right side. and slowly back to center, hugging both knees in towards your chest. Extend your legs away so you're lying down flat on your back once again, as if you're in your corpse pose. And then bring yourself back to seated. So let's sit down on our shins. And you're just going to take your knees further apart. If you bring yourself slightly further back on your mat, because you're just going to extend your arms out and just see if you can bring your head down to the floor. Of course, those of you who are familiar, some prefer to bring their hands down to the side or even interlock behind their back, whatever feels better. But just close your eyes and focus and feel your belly breathing. You're here for 60 seconds. So sometimes we can resist too much with our hips. Allow them to relax. Very, very subtly imagine your left hand is being pulled forward. And then the right hand is being pulled forward, just very gently. At the same time, you're trying to bring your backside down closer to your heels. Again, any discomfort into your neck, shoulders, you modify as you need to. Bring yourself up onto all fours. We're going to do the exercise or yoga pose that is the most undervalued in all of yoga, in my opinion, the cat-cow posture. So we're just going to do 6 rounds of cat-cow. As you breathe in through the nose, arch your back, looking up. As you breathe out and empty your stomach, round the back, keeping your arms straight throughout. And that's 1. So do 6 or 7 rounds at your own time following your breathing. Try not to think of this as stretching, however. Think of this as mobility or movement. So it should feel very, very accessible. The world-renowned back specialist, Dr. Stuart McGill, based in Waterloo, Canada, has said that this particular exercise or movement is the best exercise you can do for maintaining and improving the mobility in your spine. Once you've done your 6 or 7 rounds, we're just going to thread the needle from here. Laura's going to keep her left hand down once she's completed her cat-cows. Threading that right arm through, resting on the right shoulder. Stay here for a few breaths and then switch to the other side. This feels especially nice on your body, on your shoulders, on your torso. You can of course repeat this as often as you wish. From here, let's come down, lie down onto our stomach. And we're going to come up into Sphinx pose. You want to feel like you're very, very subtly rolling your shoulders back, and the top of your head is being pulled up towards the ceiling. At the same time, the base of your spine is being pulled away from you. It's as if your spine is going in two different directions. You're here for another 40 seconds. And then ease off, just resting your head on your hands. We're going to take a back bend, bow pose, where you reach back for your ankles and shins and then pull your torso upright. Anyone with a history of back pain or prefers not to do that can do their Sphinx pose once again. Again, reaching back for your feet, ankles or shins, and when you're ready, look forward and start by lifting your torso up as high as you can. Don't worry about pulling your feet up just yet. Think of this as a stretch for your shoulders and chest. As you breathe in, you lift higher. As you breathe out, you ease off 10-15%. And breathe in, go higher, and on your next exhale, just ease off. Again, just lying down, head resting on your hands. Let's go into downward facing dog. Just stretching into the back. Take a couple of deep breaths here and then come to seated. Any seated pose that is comfortable for you. Anyone with a history of back pain can of course just sit up against the wall just to support their backs. We're going to finish with alternate nostril breathing. Take the thumb of your right hand and close your right nostril. Breathe in through your left nostril. Hold your breath. Use the ring finger of the same hand to close that left nostril. Momentarily, both nostrils are closed. Remove your thumb and exhale out of your right nostril. Breathe in through the same right nostril. Hold your breath. Close. Remove the ring finger, hold, and exhale. Breathe in through the left nostril, lengthening, lengthening. Hold, close, hold. Remove the thumb, hold, and slowly exhale, slowly, slowly. Empty the stomach. If your back rounds, allow it to happen, don't stress it. When you're ready, breathing in through that right nostril. Hold your breath, close, hold, remove the ring finger, hold, and exhale. And just continue for the next 60 seconds at your own pace. And once you've completed your next exhale, just return back to your normal breathing, trying to breathe in evenly through both nostrils. Open your eyes, sitting up nice and tall, and you are done. Thank you so much to Laura for giving up her lunch hour to do this sequence. As mentioned earlier, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe below. Thank you so much for watching.